So before we got to Paris, I kind of put together a unofficial wish list of people who I wanted to speak to. And at the very top of that list, no joke, was this man, Shady Elnahas, the judoka, originally from Egypt, now of course representing Canada, one of the very best judokas in the entire world. It's a massive honor for me to speak to him. And I know you probably wish it was under better circumstances that we were here, but I really appreciate I know it was a very tough day for you, appreciate you sitting down with us.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor. I'm a huge fan of you.
Thank you. So how do we put today into words? I know you had great expectations, and I know you've had some time to digest it. How are you doing a few hours later?
I'd say disappointing. Of course, I came to the Olympics vice world champion and third in the world ranking. So I was a medal hopeful, and it just didn't go to plan. But that's the sport. It's like any combat sport. You have to expect the unexpected, and I didn't. So that's that.
I saw your post-match interview, and initially you said you weren't feeling great today, and then you mentioned the thumb, and I'm like, well, okay, now I understand why you weren't feeling great. Like, you broke your thumb, what, just a few weeks ago, and had to have surgery, and just took the stitches out?
I just took the stitches out yesterday night before I competed. Yeah, and I had to get a screw in my thumb. So, but again, it's like the fighting sport.
I know you don't want to give excuses.
Yeah, I don't want to give excuses, but it's like Leon last week, when he lost to Bilal, he said, I wasn't feeling it, right? That's the same thing here.
Right. And so how did that happen? In training?
Yeah, it was the last day of camp. So last day of preparation, last fight, and I just got too excited and I fell on it and it just broke.
When that realization hit you, that you were now going to go into the Olympics with a broken thumb, how did you react?
I panicked, of course, especially when they told me I need surgery. It's my first surgery ever, but I have my brother and my girlfriend, and they're really good at calming me down. So they kind of did the job, and I came in thinking I really could win, and it just didn't happen.
And did you consider pulling out?
No. I chopped my thumb off before pulling out. Yeah.
Do you think that's the reason why you weren't feeling great, or were other things going on as well?
Maybe in my subconscious I was more stressed about it, and I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself to win a medal, especially I wanted to be the first male gold medalist, but that didn't happen. But again, I'm not done. I think maybe I'll do another cycle.
Yes, and you could potentially compete later on in these games as well. Have you made a decision as to whether or not you will?
Oh, 100%. I'm doing the team event, so I have to fight the open weight division. So I hope my team can do really well, but I think I can manage still.
Is it true that you have an Olympic rings tattoo, but they're not fully connected?
Yeah, I have it right here.
Okay.
And the rings were not connected because I always said I want to be Olympic champion, and then I'll close it. Or if I'm satisfied with my career. So yeah, maybe we'll close it this time, because honestly, I feel like these Olympics were special enough for me. My whole family was here. First time seeing me fight on a big stage like that. So
first time?
Yeah.
Okay.
My parents' first time to see me internationally compete. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know LA is a ways away, but do you think you will go for that as well?
To be decided, but I believe I'm 26 right now. I'll be 30 in LA, so it's doable, right? So maybe, yeah.
The other question is, of course, the world that I come from, mixed martial arts. We've seen a lot of great judokas make the transition. Do you have any interest in that?
I would love to, honestly. I'm a big MMA fan. I watch every pay-per-view. I can name you from 1 to 10 the top lightweights. Yeah. And I watch your show all the time. I love the part. Dustin Poirier is my favorite fighter, so I feel like the Dustin Poirier of judo, always this close to winning the big one, and then But yeah.
It's not a bad guy to compare yourself to, by the way.
He's a legend. He's a legend. So yeah, either MMA or I know Anthony Corelli, and he does WWE. So
interesting.
I don't know. I grew up watching WWE.
I love both of those. I love both of those. If you had a preference, which one?
Well, I mean WWE, my face wouldn't get destroyed.
But it is brutal on the body.
But the competition aspect, of course. MMA,
Okay. By the way, would you want to be a heel or a baby face? Good guy or bad guy in WWE?
I think heel. Heel gets more reactions. Yeah. And it's hard. I think it's harder to be a face.
It is.
Yeah. To keep the crowd loving you. Yeah. I think.
Who's your favorite of all time?
Edge.
Interesting.
By far, yeah. I grew up watching him. Yeah.
Did you follow him now with AEW?
Yeah, I'm more of a WWE stan, but if it's Edge, I'll watch.
I asked Krista Deguchi if she wants to transition. She says she doesn't really want to get hit. Yeah. Are you okay with getting punched?
I love violence, so it's part of who I am. Yeah, but I don't mind a little punch in the face a little bit. Yeah.
So let's bypass LA and let's go. I want to see you.
I got the hookups now.
Yeah,
Dana, call my phone.
Well, maybe not with him.
But,
that's true.
With
WWE, I could make a call.
Cool, honestly.
You've got a great future ahead of you,
thank you so much.
The country is very proud of you. Today doesn't change anything, obviously, and looking forward to seeing what you do for the rest of the games and this next chapter, which has me very interested now, either direction. So well done. keep it up, and I hope you get well soon as well.
Thank you so much.
Paris Tonight is brought to you by Smart Water.